But I mean, it's like if you're talking about manipulation tactics to its core, if you ever want to start a movement, you start with the
These
children.
kids. Oh yeah.
So how bad do we think it's going to get for Vax Passes? I want to hear worst case scenarios all around the table.
No one's allowed to leave their homes unless they have their 47 shots.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Grease Goblin's take. How about Sarah?
Oh, about the same, honestly. Maybe not leave your home, but access public services.
Oh my God, you guys! Jesus, read 1984. Come on, Jeremy, give me a harsh reality. I want to hear a harsh reality. Give me a harsh reality. These people live in mamby-pamby land.
As have I.
Where you're not even allowed to own a home, you're limited to the streets, and you can't even enter buildings without your Vax Pass. You wouldn't be able to buy a piece of, or a stick of gum.
Nice. I like it.
You mean what's happening out in DC?
Basically, right? You'd be deemed less than human, probably spit upon as they walked past. Because they can carry. Oh, and then at that point, it'll be like you'll find out that everybody who's got the shot is actually also a carrier. They just don't die from it. So now, if you don't have the vaccine, you're limited to like alleyways and shit because everybody else is toxic to you.
Here's what I would say. I'm gonna step beyond that. Here's what I think this is gonna end. Anyone who's not vaccinated is going to be round up and sent to a corner of the earth where they live together. Australia. No one is allowed in Australia if they are vaccinated.
Australia's actually going to have Vax Passes. It'll be like New Zealand or some shit. And because Australia actually went full Vax Passes.
No.
Tasmania. You know what I mean? It'll be an island.
Or it'll be like Iceland. Because Iceland sucks.
There'll be a section of and that's where anyone who is not vaccinated lives, and they have no services. They're not going to trade
because the amount of people that won't be vaxxed and the amount of land space there is, it'll turn into all the Children of the Flies type scenario.
All the garbage will be sent to that area because they're not vaccinated. So all the garbage, all the refuse, it'll become literally
build like 200-foot cement walls
all the way around.
No access to the ocean.
And the way they do it is they have a catapult on Iceland into Greenland.
So they catapult style hella drop your ass onto the island. That's how you get there. And then it's like a virtual Hunger Games, and it's like everybody has like some kind of device that tells them when the daily drop comes, and that daily drop is your only access to food.
Oh my God. And just before they kick you out of the plane, they sit there with a needle and say, "Do you want to get vaccinated? This is your last chance."
They're holding two because they're not supposed to both get both of them at the same time.
That becomes like the betting game of the century. Is people will bet millions of dollars on different people. Like, oh, I think she's got on the plane, but I think she's gonna give up and get vaxxed. And it's gonna be like this whole new gambling system of people.
And then the other side of things, it'll be how many vaxes is how elite you are in society.
Oh my God. And there'll be just a guy who just constantly getting vaccinated every 5 seconds as he walks around.
Immune to everything.
My Vax Pass is always updating.
He's got a bodysuit that's every hour on the hour. It gives him a new vax.
It's Jeff Bezos because he's lived for 500 years. Oh, that was good.
All right, it'll turn into what's that in time?
Oh, I loved that movie. Let's not disparage that movie. I loved that movie.
Yeah, but that's exactly what that movie is.
Oh, it's so true. Everyone starts with a. If you've never seen In Time, don't.
It's a good. It's
go
a good
watch
one.
it.
We won't really. Yeah, no.
No. Let's be honest, Jeremy. The premise is amazing. Justin Timberlake is amazing. Don't expect anything else to be.
Fair.
Right.
That's fair. But I mean, like 95% of the story is told through
Justin
him.
Timberlake. So it's fine.
It's fine.
It's great.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Everything else outside of Justin Timberlake and the story, just let it go. Just let it go. Just play the
future for the world is the in-time world. Because then it's also like the population distribution too, right? They had to like donate time or pay with time to get through time zones.
Everyone gets genetically modified before they even see day one of their life. Oh,
yeah, the CRISPR. They're already trying to promote CRISPR and having only CRISPR babies.
Doesn't Grease Goblin? Don't you know someone who like genetically modifies themselves?
Yes, but it's not genetic modification. It's biogenetic modification. Or biotechnical modifications.
They're adding computers to their body.
Go on.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Go.
So they like.
Who?
Do they have like an automated house that like they control with their brain?
No, but my dad actually has a what's it called? Like a fob in his finger that he uses to unlock doors.
That's pretty cool.
He also has his hand light up.
See, at the same time as like if that shit became mandatory, I'd be pretty pissed too.
Wait. Your dad's hand lights up?
Yeah.
Define.
With the.
So he's got the microchips that attach to his nervous system.
No.
No? Oh, there's the one that's like biomechanically powered or some shit?
No. These are just FM readers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are they?
FM readers. Like what you use if you use your phone for tap. Like for payment. It's that kind of reading.
Just a little tiny chip.
Yeah.
For what? It
basically like almost the same thing that you would put into your animal to get chipped.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So they light up in his arm?
If he activates them, yes.
So what? It's like his arm, like. So if he masturbates wrong, all of a sudden his entire room will turn into a disco fucking light?
I would say more like if he loses his keys, he could push his wrist and it would give him like a low illumination.
Yeah. Kind of like that. But it has to be with the reader.
I see. You have to pass it over.
Yeah.
So what is he
for a second?
So what does he do with his hand of magic?
Well, he can't get CAT scanned anymore. Or
yeah, because that would get torn out of him.
He also can't go on planes anymore.
Oh, is that your dad?
Yeah. Yep.
So he just and did he like go to a hospital and get this?
No, he does these himself.
I remember you
Yeah,
talking about this, and I was like, "Man,
I've sent you pictures of the hand,
brave and
didn't I?
crazy."
Is that what the swords are for?
Yeah, definitely.
No. He uses actual tweezers.
No. I was saying no. You misunderstand.
He's gonna learn the swords after he has developed his Iron Man suit.
No, you misunderstand too. I'm asking Grease Goblin if that's what the swords are for, in case his dad goes full T800 on him.
Oh yeah.
I guess that would be the dual function. The original function, I think, is when he's fully developed his Iron Man suit. He can call it by tapping his fingers.
That's kind of neat too.
That's cool.
I'm impressed, but at the same time, like, so what? Your dad sat down in the kitchen one day, pulled out a fucking knife, and was like, "Oh, okay." Cuts open his hand, sticks in his fob.
I would assume there's quite a bit more, preparation than that.
Sorry, what?
It's a big ass needle.
What is it? A big ass what?
Needle.
Big ass needle.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Like it's a microchip.
It's called an RFID, right?
It's from a dangerousstuff.com, I believe.
I was gonna say, I think that if you were to look up RFID human,
the website's called dangerousstuff.com.
Does that really surprise you?
It does. Because you feel like this thing is on a watch list.
Oh, probably. That's why he can't get on an airplane or have a CAT scan.
Yeah.
Unless he wants his arm to explode. Oh my god. Your dad
No, it
has
wouldn't
like...
explode. The thing would just get torn out of him at such high velocity that it would be a very painful bullet.
So, what's he gonna do if he needs to get on a plane?
Chop
Yes,
off his
on a
damn arm,
plane.
obviously.
So what you do is you
Sorry.
hang a hook. You have a hook and a whole device hanging from the bottom of the plane, and you just hope that the high speeds don't tear him violently from.
That's when you go for a whole mechanical arm.
It does come with a card saying,
Oh
like,
my
hey, I do
goodness,
have
dude.
these implants and all that.
Oh my god. I need to go to this website. What is this?
I just posted it.
I just clicked on it. What is the first thing? New VAT law is now in effect for EU customers.
Yeah, RFID. That's exactly what I thought it was. Right
Yeah.
away. That's the first thing it talks about.
It's the implants.
Yeah, it's an RFID implant. I know all about that. Oh, not all about, but
I like how they say
I'm
paintball
informed
sucks.
about that.
Most of them are the injectables.
In like 5 years, like we'll have the cyberpunk future where these RFID chips will be like implantable. Like you'll have a little USB
They are
slot.
implantable already.
No, I mean
Well,
like a
already
USB,
implantable.
like a USB slot where you can like touch the button and you can pop your chip out.
Oh, yeah. You
They're
can do
talking
that
about
with,
being able to do stuff like that, so that like because each chip can only hold so much information, so you could have different You won't ever have to get a CAT scan or have an X-ray.
But then maybe
Because you can switch these
download
chips
information to
and-
your head.
Well, that'll be eventually.
That's
I already-
like maybe
there-
5
there's-
years down the line.
I was gonna say there's I can't remember. I think it's Japanese, some Asian of some form. They're figuring a brain computer right now.
Okay. So
And it's like so cyberpunk. It's badass.
So what the? I don't understand what half the shit of this is for. Like, oh, I can get an entire light pad. I just need to literally make an incision on the top of my hand in the skin and slip in this easy do copper pad, and it lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
You
because
know what it's for?
we're getting
For
for
fun.
yeah, we're getting into the weird cyberpunk future, right? Because like a lot of people are into cyberpunk, so we're gonna have it's gonna be just like Shadowrun or
God,
Warhammer.
please no.
Warhammer's pretty close, but because Shadowrun isn't different races; they're mutants, right?
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
such
yeah,
thing as
yeah,
an
yeah.
elf or a dwarf or an orc. They're just mutated humans, and they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
call them that because of their sizes and distinguishing features and stuff.
Intelligences and stuff. Yeah, I know. I played
Right.
Shadowrun.
The only difference is we won't have magic.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be technology.
Well,
But, I mean,
hey,
in that part of the future, yeah, it'll be hard to distinguish one from the other, right?
I was gonna say what magic is What is it? What's the saying?
Magic's simply science we don't understand.
That's
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, right. Like, I mean, you know what I mean, though. Like uttering of words and channeling demons. I don't think we'll have that, but
Unless we do,
I think there will be the flicking of your wrist and summoning lightning bolts.
I mean, that's later on. That's called the wrist taser.
it might hurt you, but
No, that's the wrist taser.
the
yeah,
wrist-
right.
It's like the mantis blade from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, also from Cyberpunk. You'll just flick your wrist and you'll have the Spider-Man like web feature, except for it'll be a taser.
Yeah.
squirt
Like
little spits,
in Far From Home.
or you could be poisoned. You
taser
know,
webs.
if you have AIDS, you could squirt blood at them. Ha
Or both.
Because we already got the vaccine. There's a vaccine for that already too, right? So by that time, the AIDS won't be a thing either. We're almost about to eliminate.
That's so
Where
true.
they have syphilades.
And they only found
we're like within the next 10 years, we're going to be eliminating
what is it?
AIDS.
They discovered that by accident because it was an injection for cancer. It was some sort of
Something like that. It was an
Yeah.
injection for some other disease, and
I'm pretty sure it was cancer
or at least
treatment. Yeah,
suppressing it.
yeah, it was cancer treatment or something, and they realized they're like, oh fuck, this is actually getting rid of his HIV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Weird
in
how that
10 years,
works.
that's going to be going.
It'll be sad. It'll be the disease that took Freddie Mercury, but will be eradicated. Ah, sad time.
I mean, we'll have people like Freddie Mercury to bless
Won't be
for
sad that
bringing
it's
it to the
eradicated.
limelight, right? If it was never brought to the limelight and like people feared it, then it wouldn't be cured.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it also devastated like 80% of Africa, so there was that too.
Yep. So
To the point now where people born with it, which that's fucking terrible.
On that note, because we've just spent 50 minutes talking about the good old Vax Passes, let's end on the more fun note. Like last time, if you want to check out last Wednesday's video, you'll see me, Grease Goblin, and Sara talk about intro to D&D.
Fortunately, the first 15-20 minutes of it, you can only hear C4's voice.
But we,
that is true.
It's very unfortunate. We had a lot of good points that you missed.
Yeah, it is.
We really did, and so now he's just talking to himself like usual.
I know. That segue. We wanted the elusive gentleman, Mr. Jeremy here, to yeah, I did. Thank you, Fern. I know.
What?
Oh yeah, very good point.
What did
Fern.
you do?
Oh, she said I done
What?
fucked up.
Yes.
Thank you,
regularly
Fern.
even.
What we wanted to do is we wanted Sir Jeremy to give us how he deals with new players, because one thing we talked about is we definitely talked about being players coming into D&D for the first time, but the one thing that you never have is if you're a DM dealing with new players. So I'm going to stop talking now.
That means I'm supposed to start.
Preferably.
As a DM dealing with new players, I don't know. You guys kind of were my only first new players, because I was a new DM when I played with my other group. I don't know, keep it short and try to read your players. That was my first key. Have an adventure. I don't know, like a level 1 to 3 adventure that you write yourself with a small bad guy, and then just pay attention to what your players do, say, and want. Want specifically. I think you guys could probably attest to that. Anything you guys want generally appears at some point in time.
Only sometimes.
Usually when we least want it, really.
I know, that's what makes it the best. You want something, but then it becomes a choice.
Yes.
And that's the best.
The best choices.
Damn you, Jeremy. Why can't you just give us everything we want when we want it now?
Exactly.
Because then you wouldn't be so heavily invested.
Damn you and your logic.
He has a point.
Right, we're getting to not a lot of people last this far. We're getting to level 12, 13.
I just want my space coffee.
We are?
Yeah.
I'm still level 9. Colby's still
Somewhere
level
there.
8.
I think.
I'm level 10.
Yeah, right.
You
And
both
so
technically died.
War Master's a little bit ahead too.
I did not technically die, excuse me very much.
You lost
Yeah.
Coldbeard for a good period of time, though.
I mean,
Yes, but she didn't die.
But she wasn't getting
Yawn
experience
is
at the
level
same time.
13,
Yeah, I think he just hit 13, and he's the highest of the group.
my
and I'm
goodness.
level 12.
Just because he keeps running away,
No, you
doing his
still
own thing.
9.
But
Now you got me curious to look. What level is Maurice?
7.
But I find, trying to run 9 levels in a campaign, a lot of people start to lose interest.
What level is 100 and
Definitely not.
what is levels 100,000 experience?
A lot of people would love the idea of running to a level 20 campaign.
Yeah, no, I've heard that before. And I mean, if you look at most campaigns, the highest level actual set out campaign you're going to see is either Baldur's Gate, Descent into Avernus, or motherfucking I'm only level 12.
I was gonna say Mad Mage is 13, isn't it?
Mad Mage is 13, and Tomb of Annihilation is 14.
What's Ice Queen?
10.
8.
Oh, really?
8 to 10, yeah.
You're supposed to fight Aurelia by level 10?
You're supposed to fight her at level 7. She's halfway through the book.
That's friggin' ridiculous.
If you kill, you can either kill her. So Island of Grimskull is chapter 5. So chapter 4 you do the dwarves. Chapter 5 is Grimskull and is Aurelia. And if you avoid her, like if you stealth past her, then she's at the end of the book no matter what. But no, the actual final boss of the entire Frost Maiden campaign is that fucking Demi-Lich. No, there's a
no. It's like a named weakened Demi-Lich.
He's got the Staff of a Thorlass, the Book of a Thorlass,
the Scroll of Trask, right?
He's got no. The Scroll Trask you can use in that fight. You have it before then.
Yeah.
You actually get that in the in chapter 4. So you can use that on Aurelia in Grimscale or in the Caves of Hunger. You can use that wherever you want at that point. He has the Meteor Scroll, is what he has.
Oh, right.
And he's trying to restart Ythrin and bring it out of the ice. No, but he's the toughest fight. He's like a CR 23, 24 creature.
Unless you push him off the tower, right?
He flies.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought we were talking about that. He's like, that's where his weakness was, is he didn't have flight.
I remember you saying that too.
I was mistaken.
Oh, really? Because that's generally like a Lich Demi-Lich thing to have. Demi-Lich have it normal.
He's a flying skull that flies around the entire city, and if he sees the party, he just kind of ignores them and flies around. And then if they get to the top of the tower, they see a robe with a staff and a book, and the skull flies into it, and then he forms as a full Demi-Lich, and then tries to use them to resurrect the city. No, wow. he is if you look at the end of that book, he's actually disgusting. And if you don't kill Aurelia shows up and he instant kills her and takes her powers. It's that is the actual final boss. What's his name? They actually have a name for him too.
I was looking for it.
That's why the big argument that CRs are like bullshit. And that's another one too. Is right away, yes. I limit myself to the CR system, like until like level 2, level 3, and you drop your first important magical item, right? A +1 or some kind of effect, right? Not uncommon, common.
Fern says, I heard of someone who brought a new player to an existing game. The guy didn't know anything, but the GM wanted him to learn the rules quickly. So he gave him the character sheet for the boss. They were fighting and said, try and kill them.
Oh. Interesting.
That would be fun. Hey, you're new to this game. Here, come with me. I'm the DM. Here, I'll tell you how to play your character. This is your character. Who is Tiamat? Don't tell the party. It's going to be a surprise. But
then you hand them like an Illithid, and they've got like 40 spells to remember.
No, that's why you help them. You sit them beside and be like, okay, so if you want to kill them, you want to use this one or this.
Yeah, that's why you'd actually have to like sit down and like explain it to them. It would almost be better if you handed them like a DM NPC for their first round, if they're not sure if they're interested, right?
I have the best DM NPC in my game. I have a cat that I use, a level 20 rogue that has 1 HP, but is a cat. As Sarah can tell you, the cat was the best.
Yeah.
Whenever the
I
party,
want the cat back, John.
whenever
Give me
the party was
back.
about to do something really stupid, and I needed to have them not die, this little
Where's
black
the
cat would show
I miss
up.
him.
It was almost like it was the DM saying, "You guys done fucked up."
My old players would call that the training wheels, and it was hilarious. None of my DM NPCs would last after level 3. They were like, "Oh, level 3, the training wheels come off," and they would just murk my NPC. He was almost like a.
Oh.
That's how I started developing my own BBEGs for low level, right?
You know, it would be even better if
The first
you made.
couple times they were there to help the party, and then eventually it got to the point where like, fuck this, they're gonna destroy my guy, so I'm gonna try and fuck them over with this character.
You should make one a revenant so it always comes back every
I've done that
500
one.
years with a new party. Why is it?
No, they were responsible for him becoming a revenant in the first place, and that's why he was a BBEG. He was recurring. Every time they would kill him, he would just respawn, and like a year later, he would come back and challenge them. And he would have new gear, new equipment, new allies.
That's amazing, actually.
Yeah, because they live for so long until they accomplish their goal, and they just keep being reborn. And I just had it so he had a year of life, because a revenant's only supposed to last for a year until they accomplish their goals, and then they just die. They turn to ash.
Yes.
If they accomplish their goal, same thing, right? They just die and turn to ash. But their whole point is their existence is meaningless. Like food tastes like dirt. Nourishment doesn't nourish them. They can't sleep. So like life is torture for a revenant. Their whole thing is like they want to complete their goal so they can die.
They're like the pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the greatest explanation of what a revenant is.
Yeah. They're like the pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Until they return all that gold.
Yeah.
They're screwed.
Food turns to ash in our mouths. You best be believing in ghost stories there.
Best be believing in pirates. One's in ya.
On that note, we have hit the hour. Anything else?
We're going longer today because today is going to be a super long episode. Cough, cough.
Yes, didn't you want that?
I do,
I
but
remember that as well.
I do also want to sleep.
No,
That sucks.
It's overrated.
And it's fine.
Promised them a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just glad we're all back.
If you
Yay!
can't trust the
Most
media,
of
then
us.
who can you trust?
The media?
Yeah.
That's the point, right? You can't trust the media. You can only trust the media.
Uh-huh.
It's just
I
which
see.
media.
Not us,
Well,
apparently.
clearly not us.
This is where we need like another website because we have justlikeness.com. We'll put that justlikeness.com. But we need like a website
just
that
that
says
either.
like totally accurate media. Or like
Totally accurate news service.
totally accurate 100% not lying to you news.com.
And all it is are pop-up ads.
That would, yeah, because it's not lying to you. There's no news. Never an article on there. It's just ads.
There might be a little game if you're lucky to find it.
Today's news is, and then just ends. It never lies to you.
Today's news is, and then it lists like several ads because that's their
Yeah,
form of
yeah,
news.
that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, there we go.
How
And
we
then we make
guarantee
money off the ads.
How we guarantee we never lie to you. We are truly the most 100%
Perfect.
most honest news. That being said, I'd like to thank all of our viewers. I'm sorry you had nothing better to do. I'm glad you spent it with us here. I am C4. Out in the nether is Sir Jeremy and Sara Vike.
In the nether.
And we have a great Grease
Are you
Goblin.
sure it's not the end?
We have the great Grease
I don't
Goblin
know.
beside me.
Yeah, we're in the primary.
We are the Villains of the
Maybe
Village
the
talk
Acre?
show. Join us on Wednesday for another talk show and podcast, and then the Sunday after, we'll be back to our 2-shot schedule. This was season 2, episode 3.
4.
4.5.
Ah!
You know what?
We're on episode 4.
You're the one who can't count.
No, you're the one who can't count.
You're the one
We're
who
on
can't
episode
count. You're the one who can't count.
2 shots.
So this is episode profit.
This is episode profit. Step 1 was make the episode. Step 2, then step 3 was profit.
Step 3 profit.
Step 4 profit.
Oh Lord.
Step 2 is blank.
I'm very confused.
See y'all on Wednesday. Oh Christ.